Welcome back to Transformers Cyberverse Season 2. Today we're reviewing Episode 13, Escape from Earth. We begin with Optimus Prime running and then falling down a long hallway in the Ark. When he hits the bottom, he finds Alphatron with his back to him, but spinning him around doesn't seem to do anything, as it appears all sides of him are his back. Literally, this appears to be just two copies of the back of Alphatron's model stuck together, not Alphatron's full model at all. I'm not too bothered by it, because after all, if that, and the seemingly slightly washed out colors weren't an indication, this is obviously a dream sequence. As we switch to the Autobots rushing Optimus to the medbay. After the intro plays, we see Starscream waking up in his cell on board the Ark. I like how Prowl is, I'm guessing, the jailer, and Rack and Ruin the guard. It's good to see some of the other Autobots getting more screen time. Rack and Ruin mock Starscream, who lost the power of the Allspark in the previous episode after Optimus blasted him with the Matrix. By the way Starscream is standing here kind of makes it look like he wants to tinkle, which, thanks to the episode parlay, is something we know the Transformers do. So here's hoping there's a toilet hidden somewhere in Starscream's cell. Otherwise, Teletran's going to have more cleaning reminders.
Twinkle, twinkle, little Starscream.
I said tinkle, not twinkle. We then transition to Ratchet looking over Optimus, who says that there's not anything physically wrong with him. So I'm guessing this is more of a Cybertronian spirit journey than anything else, eh? Much like how we've seen in past Transformers series when a character ventures into the Matrix. By the way, when Ratchet is scanning Optimus, am I the only one who was hoping his screen would act more like an X-ray machine, and we could actually see inside Optimus? Oh well, probably wasn't in the budget. Back inside Optimus's mind, he's swimming towards a giant version of the Matrix. Oh wait, just in case this is actually a near-death experience instead of a spiritual experience, he may not want to move towards the light. On the Ark's bridge, Hot Rod gets everybody ready to execute Optimus's plan. Which had me confused for a second that this was a dream too, because how could Optimus give them orders when he's unconscious? But spoilers, no, this is totally real. I guess this was just a plan that Optimus told them about before all this?
Yeah, let's do this!
Haha, I love this red guy. Too bad, whatever happens next, he's probably going to die. I mean, come on, he's totally a red shirt.
Windblade, ready.
Jetfire ready.
Prowl, confirmed.
B and Cheetor are ready. Red 5 standing by.
Huh. Okay, I don't know why, but this totally reminds me of the Power Rangers in their Zords just before they combine into the Megazord.
It's morphin' time! Dragon Sword!
Mastodon! Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
So it seems that Soundwave has finally done his job for once and was listening in on the Autobots' communication. By the way, I just realized from the last episode, all the Seekers, or at least the Seekers we know by name, are all dead. Thrust, dead. Acid Storm, dead. Nova Storm, dead. And my poor, sweet, innocent, stupid boy, Thundercracker, dead. The only Seekers left are obviously Starscream himself, these red guys we see here operating the other stations, and I suppose Ramjet and Dirge are hanging out somewhere, but we haven't seen them since the Cube episode. So yeah, it just kind of dawned on me that every Earth Seeker that we knew in the first season is now dead. The Nemesis takes off and somehow gets in front of the Autobot shuttles, even though they lifted off after them? Huh. Maybe the Autobots were on the far side of the Earth? No wait, if they're mimicking G1, then that would mean the mountain / semi-dormant volcano that the Ark is situated in is the Cyberverse equivalent of Mount St. Hilary, which is located in Oregon. Whereas the Nemesis may not be at the bottom of the ocean like it is in G1, but it does seem to be ocean adjacent in what I'm guessing is New York City. Although really, it could be any big city in the world. Point is, it doesn't really make any sense how the Nemesis managed to get ahead of the Autobot shuttles without them noticing. Well, anyways, the Empire send out their TIE fighters, the Decepticons send out their own scout ships to combat the rebels, Autobots, Can you tell that this is a heavy-handed Star Wars ripoff? I mean, homage? By the way, I was initially confused as to why the Autobots called themselves Red Team, when they should be Gold Team since, you know, their ships are all that yellow gold color. But then I realized, they're Autobots, and the Autobot logo is red, usually. Plus, if you remember, Luke Skywalker's group was Red Team. In fact, he was Red 5.
Red 5 standing by.
Just like our red shirt buddy here.
Red 5 standing by.
Who I'm going to start referring to as Luke from now on. Or, you know, until he inevitably dies from me mixing Star Trek and Star Wars metaphors. Which should be in about 3, 2, 1...
See that? I got him!
See? Told ya.
We're not gonna let them stop us. We keep going no matter.
Well, before Prowl can steal Optimus Prime's line from the 86 movie,
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
he's down too. Bumblebee and Cheetor then fly under the Star Destroyer, I mean the Nemesis, and are blown up as well. There goes our 2 yellow Kid Appeal characters in one shot. But it's then made apparent, if it wasn't obvious already, that the Autobots are not actually flying the ships themselves, but are in fact piloting them remotely, kind of like the Sovereign in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Also, I can't help but think that these stations would be sick for playing some games on. It's got a seat, controls, and a 360-degree screen. Even the widest screen on the market now couldn't touch this. I bet RC uses one of these to play games on her downtime.
Well done, Autobot thespians.
Wait, did he say lesbians? Oh, thespians, as in actors. Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking of something else. With all the shuttles destroyed, the Autobots' true plan of diverting the Nemesis away from the space bridge is revealed. By the way, did you notice that Hot Rod is in command on the bridge? Which is interesting in 2 ways. One is that that's normally where Optimus Prime sits, possibly hinting at Rodimus Prime. And the second is that, and I'm sorry to have to remind you of this episode, but remember back in Infinite Vendetta?
Who landed this thing? Hot Rod?
And now Hot Rod is the one flying the Ark out of the mountain. Either his flying skills have improved since then, or the Autobots figure it's all or nothing, and he's flying the ship through a volcano anyways. So what's the worst he could do? But yes, the Autobots take off, and the mountain/volcano erupts behind them. Hope any humans or other life forms in the area are okay, right? We then see Optimus continuing his spirit journey, in which he seems to be eaten by the Matrix. You know, this vaguely reminds me of Unicron. Maybe I was onto something. However, it seems the Decepticons are onto the Autobots' little ruse, with Sky-byte being the first to reach the Ark. Wow, Sky-byte is able to smash through the Ark's main windows just like that? How would this ship even survive flying through, say, an asteroid field, if the windows are that flimsy? Also, I just noticed, Sky-byte has 2 missile launchers in his mouth, just like the original Sky-byte. Well, Grimlock knocks Sky-byte out, but the Nemesis has arrived and opens fire on the Ark.
Alert! Shields offline. Alert! Massive impact. Damage across decks 1 through 32. I'm getting scared.
All the noise wakes up Optimus. Starscream tells Cheetor to use the Allspark. Oh boy, is this how it's going to happen? Is this how we get that wildly out of proportion Spark Armor Optimus that combines with the Ark in the show? Is Cheetor using the Allspark on the Ark, combined with Optimus's recent spiritual journey, somehow going to make him combine with the Ark? No, it just heals the Ark back to 100% health and adds a little bit of a glowy effect. We then see the Ark rush towards the Nemesis. Oh boy, are we going to steal another page from Star Wars and have the Ark in invincibility mode fly through the Nemesis like they did in The Last Jedi? No, it just flies over it. Aw man, how cool would that have been? But not everything goes the Autobots' way, as Shockwave detonates the space bridge, forcing them to take the long way home.
What? Why did you destroy the space bridge?
I did not.
So it seems Shockwave had a little trick of his own, and when the Autobots do eventually arrive back on Cybertron, they'll have Megatron and his Decepticons waiting for them. Feels kind of like the plot of Beast Machines. Well, I'm glad to say that this was another awesome episode of Transformers Cyberverse, even if it did feel like it lifted more than a few pages from Star Wars and similar pop culture properties. This was a very fun episode, and it had lots of great nods in it for the older fans. And some of them were even Transformers related. I wonder what the reasoning behind Red 5, aka Luke, having green eyes and other glowy bits, rather than the blue most other Autobots have. Is it because he literally is the Autobot version of Luke Skywalker? His lightsaber was green, at least the one he made for himself was, not the blue one that his father originally owned, which now Rey uses. Could that mean he's also a chosen one too? Because Cheetor has green eyes and glowy parts, and he's a chosen one. Could this red guy be a potential Prime or something? Or did they just want to make him stand out, and so they gave him green eyes instead of the usual blue? This definitely seems to be a new chapter in the Cyberverse story, and I can't wait to see what happens next as the Autobots make their way home to Cybertron. For now, remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, share, all that fun stuff. And as always, let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comments. See you here next time when we take a look at episode 14, Party Down. See you then.